A Proud Taste for Scarlet and Miniver by E. L. Konigsberg, copyright 1973. Inside Heaven. Part 1. During her lifetime, Eleanor of Aquitaine had not been a patient woman. While she had lived, she had learned to bide her time, but biding one's time is a very different thing from patience. After she had died, and before she had arrived in heaven, it had been necessary for Eleanor to learn some patience. Heaven wouldn't allow her up until she had. But there were times, like today, when she wasn't sure whether she had really learned any patience at all, or whether she had simply become too tired to be quarrelsome. Today she was restless. She paced back and forth so rapidly that the swish of her robes ruffled the treetops below. For today was the day when her husband, King Henry II of England, was to be judged. Today she would at last know whether or not, after centuries of waiting, he would join her in heaven. Henry had died even before she had. He had died in the year 1189, in July of that year, and Eleanor had spent 15 years on earth beyond that. But Eleanor's life had not been perfect. She had done things on earth for which there had been some hell to pay. So she had not arrived in heaven immediately. Finally, the world's poets had pleaded and won her case. Eleanor had been a friend of music and poetry while she had lived, and musicians, artists, and poets play an important role in the admissions policies of heaven. With their pull, Eleanor had moved up. Even so, she had not arrived in heaven until 2 centuries after she had died, and long after her first husband and some of her best friends had made it. Now it was late into the 20th century, and Henry still had not moved up. Eleanor began drumming her fingers on a nearby cloud. "Keep that up, and you'll have the angels to answer to for it," said a voice, one cloud removed. "Oh, Mother Matilda, I swear you could nag a person to a second death,"